All right. I think we're ready. Let me just make sure this is good. Perfect. All right. Welcome back. It's been a long time since the last time we did a live stream. There we go. I forgot. But anyways, glad to see you here. Like always, we are back to be more consistent. And nothing. Looking forward to a few games. I'm gonna put in something in the chat. Let me see if this works. And how do I pin it? Mm, 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 mm. I don't think I can pin it. So I will probably have to go over and do it from there. Okay. Let me definitely. Mm, 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 mm. All right. I'll catch up with you in the comments. Let me first get this started. As you know, we can do chess here, but the technical part is always hitting hitting us. All right, here we go. Okay, not so bad, but I can do better. And then that means I need to go over here. Mm, 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 mm. So basically, we're going to be playing 5-5. I'm going to put this link that way you just fill out the form, just put your username, your chess.com username, and I will send you the challenge. I think that will be the easiest, the fairest way to do it. I don't want to be like, oh, I sent the challenge and it disappeared. Nah. Hello, hello, people. Get in there. Um, okay, maybe if I put it in here. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Okay, I think I am inside my own live stream, and then I should be able to get there. Almost. How do I type? Here we go. Oof. Perfect. Now I just need almost there. Pin it. Woo! All right, we made it. We made it. Perfect. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, I think we're good to go. Let me just see if this is working or not. The form is in the comments. Oof. First of all, good luck and enjoy. If you have the tournament today, nothing more to talk about. Just have fun, enjoy. Glad to hear, glad to hear. Now, let me see if my form is working. Oh, I see it. Let me bring it over here actually. So you see, when you fill out the form, I'll get it and then I'm just gonna send the challenge. That's it. All right, it looks like that's a good solution. You guys will let me know. You give me feedback like always. And I'm gonna go on to my first opponent and pull. Perfect. Now I'm going to do 5-5. If by any chance we see it's too fast or whatever, then we simply change it to 10 minutes. But I want to make it a time control that is good for all of us to play more games, but also that we play good quality games. So add friend, challenge. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, so 5-5. I'm gonna leave it always as random. And that's it. Sent. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, random. Well, we could do that another day. Again, after today, I'll listen to your feedback and we'll go from there. Now, another feedback that I wanna hear is, do we have a little bit of music like really low or do we not? All right, so knight f3, we're playing Sicilian defense. Live stream is looking good, I think. So I just need to go back to Okay, here we go. Now I'm gonna keep it very simple. You know that I don't know much theory when it comes to Sicilian, so I'm just gonna develop my pieces, castle, have some fun. Okay, good point. I want to play almost every opening. So yeah, I play d4 right now. I assume a lot of you play 4. Next game as white, we could play d4, c4, f4. All right, so I'm just castling, and definitely I do want to tie everything down to the 3-room method. So right now I'm in room number 1. All we gotta do is develop the pieces, control the center or counterattack the center, castle, and then once we do that, we get to the middle game or room number 2 where we're ready to attack and so on. Okay, now regarding this bishop, I could bring it over through this diagonal, or I could just delay it and develop the knight. Why not? You know that you just made me want to play it. I was not going to play it. I'm like, hey, keep it classical. But I think F4 is coming. By the way, let me know, is the audio okay? Is any music coming through? I press play, but I think it's too low. You will let me know. I know, but it's great to see some familiar faces. Hello, hello. Italy, what's going on? Okay, so now I'm fully developed, I'm castled, my opponent is not castled or fully developed. I should be putting pressure right away. I should be putting pressure right away. All right, well, great age. Enjoy it, because before you know it, you're gonna be 33 like myself. You're gonna have kids. So enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Hello, hello. Mm, 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 mm. Yes, yes, yes. We're back to regular. I also want to start playing tournaments, which means I'm already training a little bit more. So back to chess, back to chess. I've said this many times before, where chess always finds a way to bring me back. So here we are. Instant attack. I like that idea. You know it. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You see, that's the thing. I don't even know what tournaments are going on. Okay, I think this is a free pawn. I'm about to go just take the pawn and see what happens. Or I could take on f6 and then see what happens. Now, knight c6, if the queen moves to c7, for example, where's my knight going to go? If my rook was already or were already on the e file, that would be a different story. But you see, this is a critical moment. This is something I tell my students all the time. How do I know this is a critical moment? Like when you're doing a tactic, someone is telling you, hey, there is a tactic. But in an actual game, that's the question. How do I know if there's a tactic or not? Well, take this position, for example. I'm being attacked. I'm attacking things. There are things to capture. There are options. So definitely I want to spend some time here. If I go back, all these moves have been pretty straightforward. No critical moment, just play casually. But then right now, 2 pieces in my opponent's camp, I gotta calculate. This deserves at least 30 seconds. So I'm sorry, take, knight c6, queen c7, for example, queen f3, bishop b7. Not gonna cut it. Not gonna cut it. I could just go back. I could just go back. Yep. Now, if there was something and I didn't see it, okay, I come back, review the game, I learn, but I don't want to spend 25 minutes on this position. Hey, guys, let me know a couple things, please help me here. Let me know if the comment that I put with The spreadsheet is pinned. And let me know if the audio is coming through. Okay, hey, Mary Lee, my favorite student. What's going on? Okay, they're teasing me now. I want that pawn for free. I want that pawn for free. Nah, let me keep improving my pieces. I just don't know yet how to get the knight out once I get the pawn. Not to mention that pawn is gonna fall sooner or later. It's a weak pawn. That's enough for me to be happy already. Hello, hello. It is pinned. Thank you. Audio? Yeah, the return of the knights is not gonna happen. That movie, we're not gonna be able to see it. Beautiful, thank you. Okay, should we put the music or no? Okay, I like the idea of bringing my bishop to the same diagonal as that queen. I'm defending the knight, I'm creating a tactic, so I'm fabricating the tactic. It's one thing when the tactic shows up and you find it, great. But also we have to be able to fabricate it. Hello, Jean Pascal, what's going on? Okay, let me turn the music up a little bit, and well, let me finish the game because I know I'm gonna lose this game. Okay, every time my opponent moves, what are you putting pressure on? Do I really care about that knight? I should. Why wouldn't I? So b3. I'm very aware every time I move a pawn, I create weaknesses. So this bishop, I gotta keep an eye out for. No silly mistakes, nothing like that. Music is good? Oh, music is coming through. Okay, so yeah, you see? We know that's what you want. Hanging pieces, not a good idea ever. Okay, let me go queen f3. There we go. Putting pressure on the pawn. I want that pawn. I don't need it right now, but I want it. Okay, fair enough. If they take on e5, we simply take back. One thing that I have at the back of my head is hanging knight, I gotta move it. Clear this diagonal. And then even though I got double pawns, my opponent has double pawns and isolated pawn. So all I'm thinking about is simplify. Go to an endgame where you could capitalize on those weak pawns. Okay, that's a free pawn, my friend. No, because this is hanging. All right, we're clearing this diagonal. We're hitting a weak pawn, so both weak pawns are being attacked. And yeah, I think pretty annoying move. Now, this is when we have to calculate. Do we want to move the queen, or do we want to take on c5 with a tempo on the queen? If I take on c5, you see, critical moment. I'm attacking, they're attacking me. So if I take on c5 and you take me, I take you, easy. And the knight has a return. If I take, they move the queen here, I move my queen and I defend. If you move the queen here, I move my queen and I defend. In between moves. Mary Lee saw that one a mile away. Yeah, knight to a4, very good move. Well, not a very good move. I like the move, but keep in mind, we don't like knights on the edge, only because it is temporary. All right. There we go. Oh, I dropped the knight. I should have put the queen. No, there was no way. I think we just dropped the knight. So both knights being attacked, and my queen cannot defend this without getting in the way of the rook. Right? Okay, so what do we do now? We take, and then this queen is hanging. So the bishop is pinned. We might be able to get something back. We might. We just might. Less than 1 minute. We have 5-second increment. We should be fine. I'm pretty sure. We'll review the game, and that's what we do. After the game, we come back. I missed this. And then you work on those patterns. The link is not working. Can someone confirm? Okay. Give me that or d4 first. Ah, give me that. Who am I kidding? Yeah, I wish I could tell you. I wish I could tell you that. Okay, isolated pawns. I don't want to help them improve that. So, isolated pawn 2. You know what? I'm going to take it. Because now I got a pawn majority. 2 versus 1. That's it. Rook to the open file. Small edge. Let's see if we can convert. All right. Let me fix this pawn in place just in case. Yeah, they just don't care. Improve the rooks. There's only one open file, and I want to own it. If I combine open file plus pawn majority, it should give us something, but we'll see. Da, 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 da. What store? What have I missed? Okay, this pawn of mine is not weak, so I'm not concerned. I'm gonna go f4, not only to fix this guy in place, but to start activating the king. Endgame, I have to think of activate the king. All right, what do we want? We're gonna defend until the king comes over, and then the rook is free to go over. Only one open file, only one open lane. And by the way, going back to the 3 rooms method, this is already room number 3. Endgame number 3. Endgames, activate the king. Yeah, this might be coming. All right, to take or not to take. Well played by my opponent. Rook takes or pawn takes? Pawn takes should be the move. Here we go. This is such an ugly move. That's basically it. Welcome to chess. Welcome to chess. All right. And we defend. I'm not sure if we're gonna make any progress here. So some people say they listen, they can hear it. Some people say they cannot. All right, let's try to make progress. Ideally my king will be defending this pawn, but it's not that easy. Let me clear this rank. I don't want to give him anything. Be patient. My opponent cannot be that comfortable. We gotta bring the king over. We have to bring the king over. All right. There we go. There we go. Now we keep pushing. It got me to where I am. That's all I know. I always say it. So keep going. Keep going. Bring it. Bring it. Bring it. Welcome aboard. Okay, so this pawn I'm not concerned about. I wonder. What do I want to do? Just trying to get here. I realize my rook is going to be hanging. I don't like that. Skewers. So maybe it was better to bring it down. Maybe. Rook c5 was a better move. Now we're low on time. We got 15 seconds, so we better play fast. But this being an endgame, it shouldn't be that difficult to play fast. Patience, patience, patience. Don't drop a piece. No pieces hanging. This is not good. All right. This is defended. This is defended. This is defended. 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 And then the king is going to come over here. Put the pawn in motion. I'm pretty sure I could have done it in a cleaner way, but that's for people who know how to play chess. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, guys, let me finish. We'll get to it. Maybe it's because we have already filled out the form, so as I play people, it should be easier. Okay, so you gotta move. The important thing is to have a plan, and we have a plan. Pass pawn, push, push, push. This rook is not happy, but it's defending. Why not? Be patient. Am I dropping the pawn? I'm dropping the pawn. I think I'm dropping the pawn. I think we dropped the pawn. Whatever advice, I did it right now because I'm getting outplayed. Nah, this endgame we shouldn't be getting outplayed, but definitely I'm not as comfortable anymore. My pass pawn dropped, so I'm afraid we're not going to be making a lot of progress anytime soon. To take or not to take? Now I want to take with check. Don't give up anything. And then I want to see if I could activate my king. All right, let's bring the king over. I wanted to go to b4, but then they cut me off. And I need my king involved. These two working together. I'm down a pawn. I just realized that. Yeah, that's the right move. That is the right move. Well, we gotta give. To receive, we have to give. G4 is winning, probably. I think they're gonna get a pass pawn regardless, and they should be winning. Now my opponent is getting low on time, so that might affect him or her. Now the best thing I could do is activate my pieces. Winning, losing, it doesn't matter. I got a pass pawn, hopefully that helps. Oof. Check. Have to be very careful now. This pawn is falling. I think my opponent had to take here with check. A tempo is very, very important. Now I could get this. I'm not losing this game, I know that much. Now, if I do this, if I did this, only if I could do this. Okay. Now, all position, so they have to go away. And that's it. My king should... I'm not losing this one. I'm not losing this one. I don't know if I'm going to win, but I'm not going to lose. My rook, worst case scenario. Okay, it's going to be sacrificed for the pawn. Be careful. All right, check. We get some time on the clock. Okay, you're completely cut off. Hey, hey. Well done, well done, well done. Well, we won a tempo. We talked about the royal diagonal. We tried to checkmate them in one move. My opponent is very good. He's not giving me a chance. We got lucky. We got lucky. These rook endgames are pretty complex. That's a fact. Oh, it's my turn. What did I do? I was looking at the at the list of players. And okay, back to here. Yeah, it's gonna be a draw. It is what it is. We gave this rook for the pawn, and then we promote. Well done, well done. Perfect, perfect. All right, I think this is a good game to begin with. I'm looking at the form, by the way. It is loading over here. Not sure what happened. All right. Now, let me go to game review for a moment. For those who are joining now, welcome back. Haven't done a live stream in a while. Let me see game review. This is where we really see how bad we are. Yeah, the form seems to be not working. I'm looking at it right now. Don't you worry about it. All right, I'm gonna refresh it and then it should go back to working, okay? Now, speaking of the game itself, I think we got a pretty nice game. This is 82. Where are we? Yeah, 82% accuracy by both of us. Not so bad. I just want to get, and by the way, when I review my games, this is what I do. I finish, I scan the game. I don't want to go too deep into it. Just key moments. Okay, you see here, e5 seems very strong, trying to detach these isolated pawns. There we go. But I was focused on developing my pieces. D3, yeah, e5 was always there. So next time I play something like this, be more energetic. I'm castled, they're not. Bishop g5, nope, e5. Every time I don't play e5, mistake. Don't talk to me if you don't play e5. There you go, finally. I waited until I was fully developed. Knight takes, bishop h4, okay. Rook e1, logical moves. b3, don't give him anything. And then queen f3. All right, so far we're up by 1.6, but can we convert? There we go. Maybe don't ruin your pawn structure. Bishop e6, mistake. Knight to a4, okay. And then blunder, and we lost a piece. That's it. Just keep it simple, no in between moves. I always tell my students, including Mary Lee, you don't want to put yourself in this situation where we are attacking each other, but your opponent gets to move first. This, I missed it. I did not see it. There we go. c4. What was the better move? Yeah, f6. Make me go away, and then you could move the bishop. There we go. Rook endgame. Okay, so I'm not going to go too deep here because it's roughly equal. Yeah, my opponent did the right thing. Put pressure on the weak pawn. Activate the king. Great, great. Actually, if someone played this properly, it was my opponent. Open file, trying to trade their weak pawn for my pawns. So instead of a majority, he's using a minority to create more weaknesses. Beautifully played. That's it. That's it. I had to be passive. Actually, I'm losing now. Where did my opponent give me a break? Where did you give me a break? Why did you give me a break? Okay, here you're winning. Rook b2. I guess he shouldn't have allowed my king to come over. That's what it is. That's what it is. Cut off the king. That way the king cannot defend the weak pawn. All right, very good. All right, guys, let me see what happened with that form. Let me first see what's going on with your comment. No. Pretty straightforward. Pretty straightforward. Logical chess. Now, what's going on with my form? In the meantime, so I had User Smasher. You're next. It's frozen, but your name I can see there very clearly. Can I or can I not? Let me see if I go to the other form. Okay, there we go. There we go. So I can see you. No. This was you. I played you. Now Tokyo Airport. Oh, Tokyo Airport. Is that a song? I think that's a song. There's a song. So I'm going to Tokyo Airport now. And there we go. We're going to do 5-5. Random. Why do you keep putting the bullet? Just.com. Okay, before I hit play, let me see what's going on with the music. Let the music play. Okay, music is there. Too loud. Okay, you let me know if it's too loud or not. We'll talk about that. Let me see again. Yeah, leave page. Okay, looks like we are. Got it. Okay. Now this one. Okay, that was just a test. Juicer played, and I almost lost. Well done, by the way. Excellent game. Now Tokyo, we are playing. Okay, not looking bad. Now, if it didn't work before, give it a try now. It was frozen. Now it should be working. Please let me know. And sending a challenge. Increase the volume. Okay, let me know. Let me know. I think my volume is pretty good. I could bring it up more. All right, so I'm playing as black. Tokyo Airport 1500 player. We're playing a 5-5. Let me go back to my older. There we go. All right, so I think we can play d5. We could play, you know what? Let me go d5. Why not? c6. I don't want that bishop to be happy. Typically, we play the fianchetto. Not anymore. It's not working. Okay, I'm going to try it in a moment. I'm going to get my bishop out. There we go. And then accepting responses, anyone with a link. Okay. Then I'm gonna put a new link and you let me know if this works. Or maybe it's the same one. Okay, I threw it in there. Let me know if it works. Perfect. Now, same thing. I'm in the opening room. So I'm just gonna develop my pieces, castle, and then we see what happens. Bum, 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 bum. We're gonna play today everything, anything actually, anything. We're just playing chess. Let me go bishop e7 and castle. The moment I finish with development. I'm gonna try to start attacking, being aggressive. There we go. Zambia, what's going on? You know, I was the other day I was on the plane and I was talking to the flight attendant, and he was from Gambia. I'm like, where's Gambia? So he was like, oh, it's not so well known, but I looked it up, and according to him, it's pretty safe, pretty nice to go. Gotta check it out. Gotta see if it's better than Zambia. Okay, so if you're gonna get my bishop, play around with it. This knight, I like it here misplaced. Maybe I could do something on the bishop. No, I created one long time ago, but I just couldn't keep up with it. It's just, I'm not on top of social media. I don't have a lot of time. And I said it when I created it a few years ago. I'm like, look, I don't have the time. I know I won't keep up. Some people offer to maintain it, and I don't even know what's happening with it. All right. So this idea, I know in the London, I could just open up. Is this set? Is this where I open up? That's it. If you get my bishop, you ruin your pawn structure, and I'm gonna get your knight that is misplaced. Those things that stand out, that are awkward, I gotta keep an eye out for them. Okay, the knight went back. Now, I'm going to, instead of going with the impulse and just play the logical move, I'm going to insert an in-between move, and only then I'm gonna bring the bishop back. I want to improve my bishop for free before they put their bishop on b2. There we go, perfect. Sack the bishop. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Actually, the congrats goes to all the team members. We actually want to do like a live stream where we get together, we talk about what we did for training and how they felt. So that's coming up. That's coming up. Okay, I think I'm gonna take before they take me. Yeah, also because I have my bishop so active, I want to just open up the board. Let's see if that leads to something. Wasn't there g takes h5 and bishop a3? You might be right. I looked around. Here we go. So you take my bishop, I take the rook. And then bishop a3. Take the bishop, I take the rook, bishop a3. Well, I guess I just go back, right? And then when you take me, I take back. It's a fair trade, but your pawn structure is not so good, your king is exposed, right? Or am I missing something? I might be missing something, not the first time. Okay, knight to e5. I like this knight to e5, number one, because I'm opening up my queen, and I don't think they have f4 after. Hello, hello, hello. You got it, you got it. Nah, but that's that. Like I always say, that's definitely you. You're doing something right. Getting that far, it's a lot of consistency, putting in the time, digesting all of that information. So congrats, congrats, congrats. Whatever it is, if it is just that com rating, FIDE rating, jumping that much, it's a big deal. It is a big deal. All right. Okay, I see a weakness down the dark squares. We might be able to create something with that. My bishop is not that happy. Queen a5, they have knight c4. I wonder if bishop c3 makes any sense. I want to improve my knight, so here I am. I don't really know what to do, so I ask myself, which of my pieces to improve? Queen has to be developed, knight needs to move. But how do we do it? In what order? Bishop c3, they're gonna play bishop b2. I don't want to get in the way. What about this? Let me go back. Bishop hanging in the center, I don't like it. I gave the diagonal. We're going to. We have time. Don't you worry about it. Yeah, just keep in mind that now jumping 100 points at this level is way, way more difficult than when you were lower rated. But just keep training consistently. That's it. Knight f6, h5. The thing with knight f6 is that they're ready to attack that knight. Okay, now I like it. Now I like it. My rook is not happy, but is happier than he was before. I guess you meant before I moved the knight. This rook isn't that happy, the bishop isn't that happy. Easy to fix for them, but we'll see. We did that already. We have one with counter blow, one with the stonewall attack, and now there's another course of mine coming out at the end of this month, and I'm gonna do a speed run similarly, but without using any tactics. No tactic speed run, because the course is on positional chess and strategy, so we'll see how that goes. Probably the way this one is going. All right, let's see if they give us the bishop pair. Time to move, my friend. Any in between moves makes no sense. All right, typically we want to stay away from the pins, but I have a tempo on this bishop. I also want to go to that weak pawn, and if you're gonna checkmate me, checkmate me. How much do I care about the file? Yeah, I do care. Turns out I care a lot. But then e5 is coming. Let's go. Break the pin. e5 is not so annoying. We renew the threat. We're hitting this pawn. And a rook on the 7th rank by itself, I hope it's not that tensions. All right. They ruined our pawn structure, but they gave us a bishop pair. So we'll see who proves who wrong. We'll see. Okay, gonna defend. There we go. Just don't drop anything. We're gonna find a way to kick the rook out. And then we will prove that the bishop pair will win the game. Okay, you're taking care of that. All right, back rank issues. My bishop's already doing something. Or my bishop. Yes, it's just one rook right now. If they bring more forces, that will be a different story. Okay, this and this, I can't. Now, we're gonna be dancing down the dark squares. Just like they have an open file, I have an open diagonal. They gave me the dark square bishop, so now we own the dark squares. But we gotta see if we can convert. Heh! What do you mean? Yeah, Monday through Thursday, guys. That's what I do. Like you saw Mary Lee in the chat. I have a lesson with her after I finish it. So Monday to Thursday, that's what I do. Yes, yes, but we have to. And that's why I say you don't need a crazy training plan, just something that you can stick to. It's consistency. Even if you do 10 minutes a day, it's better than 2 hours whenever you can, right? Something to keep in mind. Is it me or this is a free pawn? And I want it. And I want it. Now, take, I don't get the pawn for free. Taking, they take, I take, they get the pawn. What if I just move the coin? They have a tactic. They could take, I take, and queen d8. So annoying. I remember when chess was simpler. Check. It's a pretty annoying move. Yep. I gotta trust that my bishop pair and my rook will win the game. Look, at that, I always say it, at that rating range, definitely dedicate a little bit more time to endgames. Endgames. It's not gonna be so easy to outplay your opponents in the opening or the middle game. Everyone has their tactics very sharp. They know their openings more or less. But endgames, that's the one thing no one wants to do. And then many games, you just take them to the end game, and they are outplayed. That's it. One thing that we learned from the Coach Champs event is that a lot of people don't know how to play endgames at that level. Under 2000, we saw a lot of endgame that was not played properly. Oh man, there has to be something here. There has to be something. I don't want to do a random check for no reason. Okay, check. Check. This knight is not happy at all. I could just take this pawn, but the bishop pair is so good. That's it. You could take the pawn if you want. This has to be something. Okay, fair enough. There has to be something. The bishop pair, the bishop pair, the bishop pair, the bishop pair. That's it. There we go. Now, one thing about this, not that we are bragging or anything like that, but this is one of those principles that we have to follow. And I remember struggling with this. Keep the bishop pair. Yeah, I keep it and I lose the games anyways. Two minor pieces better than a rook. I do it and I keep losing. Two rooks better than a queen. I keep giving my queen for two rooks and I keep losing. But if you trust the principles and you get more experience with it, they will pay off. They will pay off. And then finally here, not so tangible, but active pieces, active pieces, active pieces. All right, so good game once more by my opponent. Let me make sure that... There we go, there we go. Just so you know, in case you joined later, there's a message pinned. I'm following that playlist. Let me actually, not playlist, that checklist. Not checklist, that spreadsheet. Okay, so here I'm gonna go played. Now I'm going to go, okay. No, I just don't get it. Why is this not working? It should be working. Yeah, it seems like it's working. Responses. There we go. Okay. I think we're good. I think we're good. So let me go to my next opponent. Well played, by the way. Tokyo Airport. I can swear there's a song with that name. I think I have it on my playlist. All right, so let me go to my next opponent slowly. That way we don't mess this up. And then challenge. You keep giving me the 5 minutes, and I keep saying no. Random. Let's do it. Okay, let me. Ishan, we are playing right now. And then we got D4. Now I'm gonna play D6, right? At least one game with counter blow. Why not? As much as I want to make this universal, let's play this as well. Okay, I don't think I'm missing anything. Okay, we're doing our Fianchetto, nothing new. Now that's for when I get really under a lot of pressure. That's when I'm not thinking. Like, give me another 30 minutes. Fears against the world. There we go. We castle. Now this is more like a King's Indian defense because they played the Queen's Pawn opening. There we go. Slowly, slowly, slowly. All right, so we recognize this, and we're going to give him the antidote, which is C6. Let me have a seat. I'm getting old. Yeah, bishop a6, we know. Oh, and will they... I'm gonna give it, you see, I've never played this line, but I'm gonna look into my toolbox, pick the plan that I think is appropriate, and we play chess. All right. Now I just need to develop this too. They need to develop this bishop and castle. Yeah, it's coming at the end of this month. There's a pretty good idea here. I don't know if I'm a fan of it, but just to show you this idea, you might like it. Thank you, thank you. Hello, hello. Adi. Yes, we're gonna play one of those. I like it. I like it. Hey, I have done that in the channel. I have put such training plans together, but definitely you want to, it depends also what rating you're at. Your ratio training plan should vary, but 8 hours, I think it was, oh, I'm forgetting that too. I think it was lesson 101 that I gave you a training plan. Okay, this is the idea. I swung the queen over to support this bishop h3 move. The same thing they did to my Fianchetto bishop, we're doing it to them. So I think if I have 8 hours a day, I'll take 2-3 hours of studying or training and then playing after that. You could have like Monday and Wednesday, I'm gonna do 2 hours of tactics and then 1 hour of reviewing openings. Then Tuesdays and Thursdays, you could do some endgame and strategy and then playing some games after. Of course, you gotta allocate time to review those games. You wanna review master games too. So just look at the main elements and just put it in an order that works for you. Just make sure you're just not playing bullet for 8 hours a day. You will be fine. Yeah, definitely I want to be around like a 50-50 training and playing. And adjusted too. If you're doing it if you pick one way and then you don't like it, you're not looking forward to it. Also, if from time to time, rotate. Just make it fun. That's the key. Okay, I am fully developed. Opposite side castling. You should recognize this right away. Okay, they want me out. They do want me out. All right, let's get out of here. No, at this point, I won't give you any good tips. If you have it tomorrow, like what I like to do the day before the tournament is, and don't do anything related to chess. Watch a movie, refresh. That's it. I don't like to be the day before reviewing everything. That's it. Definitely during the event, make sure that you respect the time. Make sure that you're hydrated, you're rested. Look at the checkpoints. Like if you're playing a 1 hour game, you have checkpoints. You know what? By move 15, when the opening is over, I want to have this amount of time. If I have more, good. If I have less, I just play a little bit faster, simple moves, and that's what we're looking for. All right, I think it's time to kick you out. No one. How is it that we called it in room number 2 in the 3 rooms method? No bystanders. All right, b5 now. Yeah, why not? Opposite side castling, we gotta be attacking each other heavily. Pawn storm, open up lines, checkmate the enemy king. Okay, now, what did I do here? What did I do? All right, people. Hold on. Hold on. Because I did mess this up. I know what I did. Let me see. Did I? Okay, good. Woof. All right. So now that they realize we're the ones making contact, going for the king, they want to simplify. Without queens, the attack is not going to be that big a deal. So the question is, do I trade? Or do I avoid it? Let's trade. I have nothing to prove to you, my friend. B4. I like the fact that they have doubled pawns. That's it. We're back. Don't panic. All right. Now, taking on e4 will only improve your pawn structure. I don't like that. How about d5? Nope. It will make this available for the other knight. c5, I don't want to open up. All right, let me improve my pieces. I don't have to respond to you. If you take me, I take back with the king. No queen on the board means my king is not afraid to come out a little bit. I don't want to double my pawn structure. Hola, hola, hola. ¿Cómo está todo, Ángel? All right, takes, nope. How about d5 now? Same problem I had earlier. All right, now that I want to checkmate the king, I don't have the queen, I don't have many pieces left, but definitely I want to open up my rooks. Make contact. They're looking for open files or roads or streets or highways for that rook. I'm looking for my own open file for my rook. Michael in the house. Contact. You got my email. You got my email. Just reach out. Now, again, the most important thing here is we're not looking for anything fancy, super sophisticated, the same thing with the same thing. Most of the time when I review master games with my students, like gameplay by Carlsen Kasparov, you can see how it's the same thing with the same thing. The weak pawns, the active pieces, they just have it so, it comes to them so naturally that it seems to be out of this world. Of course, there's some positions where they calculate much more than we do, but most of the time, it's just paying attention to these little details. All right, we open up the file, and the rook is gonna come in. I don't even know what I'm gonna do with the rook, but I like an active rook. That's it. First, the only one with a piece in enemy territory or enemy's camp is myself. We found a highway, my rooks will go there. Black should worry about this position. I was thinking, if they play c5, I always have this square. The thing is, pawns are supposed to be like that, shoulder to shoulder, no weaknesses. The moment this pawn moves, d5 becomes available, and this is going to be a nightmare. Okay, they're running. Why are you running? Why are you running? Now, what's better than one rook on the 7th rank? Two rooks on the 7th rank. Hey, by who? I mean, I want to play d5, but then the same thing. Look at my pawns next to each other, shoulder to shoulder, no gaps. So their knight couldn't jump in. When I play d5, their knight could come in, the other knight could come in. Ooh. Okay, I was being careful with this, but I just go back. That's it. 94 also blocks their rook, so my pawn is going to be fine. For all I know, my pawn structure is healthy. My rook is on the 7th rank. I could double my rooks, or even checkmate. My opponent is getting long time, so it feels good to have this pressure. It's not easy to be long time, and then someone bringing pieces into your camp. Okay. Where are you going? If I do this, they will come over. Now, I wish I could improve my knight. So if I could put my knight anywhere, I'll place it maybe on c3, on f5, e6. So how do I get there? Let's do it. Of course, I'm looking around. Can they do anything to me? I don't think so. Oh! Alright guys, let me know in the chat. Do I take the knight or do we make it more educational? We leave it there, we try to reroute the knight and so on. Let me catch up with you anyways. Absolutely guys, have fun. We're just doing this to hopefully have a good time and learn some chess. Life is too short. Take the clips. What? Who's this? Nah. Nah. Okay, take it. You guys don't care about anything else. You take it. That's it. That's it. Yeah, hey, welcome to the club. Hanging pieces, hanging pieces, hanging pieces. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. We're here. Yeah, no. Again, this is not. I'm not playing here to win or to show off. Hopefully, we get some good quality games where we learn chess together. Not to mention that the first person I played today, I think 1100 rated, and they almost beat me. So don't let this rating impress you. Yeah, we're happy to simplify, happy to collect a few pawns. Now this is going. That's it. Yeah, I don't think anyone here is coming to get upset if they lose or anything like that. No, guys, definitely email me. Not because I don't want to say it, but because that changes. And if I say it on this live stream, it's gonna be here forever. People will be, hey, but you said this. The moment I go to buy bread and the bread went up by $10, I add $10 to the lesson. All right, so check, check. Ah, that'll have been made. Now we keep it simple. Just find a pass pawn and you push it. Like nothing else matters. I don't even want to take you. There we go. Behind or right here. And now the knight will take care of the rest. How do I get here? 1, 2, 3. Way faster. No, the same as 1, 2, 3. Okay. Oh, and it's funny because if I get to a3, I also defend the rook. Just like I calculated it. There we go. Check. And then attack this rook and defend my rook, and the pawn is defended. Da-da-da-da-da. Don't worry about rating. I always tell my students, I wish they didn't have the rating. When I got into chess and I was really enjoying it and playing every day and playing a lot, and the same thing for a lot of players of my generation, we wouldn't play online. We'll go to this place where we'll play chess for 2, 3, 4 hours. A lot of people smoking, talking nonsense, and then you go home. No rating went up or down. We just had a lot of fun, and you're learning without noticing it. But today, you guys get so frustrated. Oh, I played 10 games today, and I lost 20 rating points. My chess is horrible. I'm getting worse. For us, we didn't have that pressure. All right, check, 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 check. There has to be a checkmate somehow. Somewhere. There's no checkmate in 1. So let me get the knight out with a check, and then the checkmate. There we go. All right, this one, I talked so much, I don't even know where we went. So this one, yeah. This one, if I go from the beginning, oh, this is in the way, that's why. So I'm playing our counter blow, then g6, bishop g7. The moment I say this, battery, aggressive with opposite side castling, you know it from the YouTube channel, you know it from the Chessable course, c6, and then queen a5, and we're ready to attack them. g3, this idea, I don't think if I would play it in a tournament game, but I wanted to show it to you so that you can remove the Bianchetto bishop too. There we go. Opposite side castling, we're gonna try to go after him, but first, develop your pieces. There we go. Get out of here. No one in my camp. Right now it's just one knight. Next thing you know is the knight and the queen and 25 more pieces. Get out of here. And then b5. The moment you make contact, lines will open up. You're gonna attack the king. Your queen is like a knife over here. So they said, nope, simplify. Now, this decision, I don't think I played the best move, but I'm happy with going into an endgame where I have the better pawn structure. That's it. There we go. Open up a line for my rook. If you feel like myself here, like you don't know what to do, ask yourself, which of my pieces can I improve? My rooks. No open files, so we open them up. There we go, and boom. Once you have that, this rook is doing nothing, bring it over. Then reroute the knight. This knight is doing nothing. I'm thinking, if I could put it anywhere, where would I put it? Well, I like c3. If I cannot get to c3, f5, e6. Well, how do I get there? I need to be on f8 to get to e6. I need to be on d7, d7, D7 to be to F to get to F8. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Slow, yes, but my opponent is not attacking me. We have the time to do so. All right, well played by my opponent. Let me bring my list over. So playing, no, we played, and now I'm going to, here we go. Yeah, that's a short username. Okay, let me go back to here. Chess.com, we're playing 5-5. Sand challenge. There we go, black pieces again. Okay, control the center. Keep it simple. There we go. When they give me the white pieces, we play the stone wall 100%. All right, f6. My opponent clearly is familiar with my opening. So you know that I can play this with white, with black. But then let's see if he realizes what I'm doing. Let's see if my opponent realizes what I'm doing. Very smart. F6 is the leverage pawn. So I'm planning to play this, and go opposite side. My opponent realizes that and creates their own leverage pawn. Very clever. All right. Probably. Roberto, I think you should help. Propose things that you think I know how to play. What do you mean, Scotch Gambit? Scotch, I might be able to play e4, e5, f3, d4. I don't know anything else. Caribbean opening, that's another story. Caribbean. Counter blow. I'm going down the list. That list is there to not have to worry about that. All right. My opponent knows what to do. All right, I'm gonna keep it simple. Exactly. Actually, the more bad moves we play, the more we learn. Absolutely. Okay. I'll take a look. I'll take a look after this one. There we go. I'm fully developed now. I don't want any trouble. Okay, I'm playing you. So I have not skipped anybody. All right, we're good. All right, that's it. I'm gonna castle. My opponent now should be castling as per counter blow principles. Now that the king is already there, you go. My opponent knows what. Oh, my opponent doesn't know one little detail. I created the course. Yeah, discovery on that queen. If they take on d7, I could do an in-between move. I just gotta be careful with my knight because I don't want it to get trapped. Roberto, I'll get you that. You know what, Roberto? I don't know if you were here, but there's a chessable course of mine coming out at the end of this month on strategy and positional chess. So I want to do a live stream where I play games from, I don't know, maybe 500 or 800 all the way up, trying to not use so many tactics, mostly principles, trust, strategy, and positional chess. But I want to see if I can pull off a 24-hour live stream. Let's see. With the kids, I've been training for that moment. We'll see. All right. If I take, king moves over, I take back. Where's my knight gonna go? Once more, the return of the knight. Can we see that movie? I don't think so. So we get out of this in-between move. We check. Yes, 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 yes. Absolutely. Yeah, if you could drop by, just I'd do it. I just need 2 3 hours of sleep, and then you can entertain until until I come back. Yeah, yeah, no, no worries. We haven't gotten there. We haven't gotten there. We have not gotten there. Okay, keeping it simple. When I don't know what to do, just take. There we go. This bishop isn't that happy. Time to improve my rooks. There we go. This one could have been a better choice, but I don't think it's a big deal. Probably I bring both to the d file. I have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, so what to do, what to do. Okay, this is a moment where all I'm thinking about is improve pieces. My knight is not happy where it is. What would I like my knight to be? This is a good square for the knight. How do I get there? I need to be on b6. To get to b6, I need to be on c4. So let's begin by securing that c4 square. Do it like this. No, I could do it like this too. That's it. Yeah, I think that's a very strong move. Very interesting move. I don't know if I want to play f5 because this bishop right now is not happy since this pawn is in the way. I don't think I want to trade it. No rush. No rush whatsoever. Knight c8, there we go. We're talking. What are you guys talking about? I got lost. Online, no, I only do like private one-on-one. Like I have a few students who, they're just two friends and they take it together. But I'm thinking of doing some group lessons at some point. I just need time. I'm going. I'm going. Even if it's not the right plan, we have a plan. Okay, okay, I get it now. I get it now. I get it now. Ba-da-ba-bum. Definitely not. Definitely not. Come back next year. All right. Does this make any sense? Nah, this makes sense. We're just fighting over a tiny square in white's camp. That's it. Now, this is a very interesting position because it is a queenless middle game. It's still the middle game, almost all the pieces on the board, but the queens are not. So we really have to maximize the power of our pieces, try to coordinate them, pay attention to the pawn structure. Again, pawns want to be next to each other. Rook goes back. Baby, baby. Just trying to put the knight on c4. I guess they're trying to bring the knight to d2. Okay. Hey, Roberto, tell him. I'm not. I play at different clubs around when I can, but I don't think I have like that official club that I go to regularly next to my house. No, it'll be cool. Okay, we got the knight where we want it. Is this the right plan or no? I don't know, but I hope you appreciated how that knight was doing nothing here, just eating grass. We said, oh, this would be nice. This is how I get there. And then we found a way. All right, bishop back. This move, you might not understand it. Who am I to say you don't understand it? I just want the file. Seeing the last move they played, the rooks are connected. They broke that connection. Let me see if I can occupy the file. Like maybe they take me, I take back, and then I have a powerful knight, an open file. So we're turning this very small advantage into a bigger advantage. And then we're patient. Let it marinate, and it should bring us... See, there's a weak pawn already here, if I just go with it. We own the file. Pawn, I play c5. Very counterintuitive. It looks like I'm giving a pawn for free. Maybe this was better. This was the better move. This was the better move. Yeah, I played too fast. I have 1:44 seconds. Why didn't I just play rook d3, give me the pawn, or give me this pawn? But you know, this is pretty cool. Something is gonna fall. This knight is a monster. This one is going nowhere. Maybe I should have gone after this pawn. We'll see. There we go. Now, you know what? Okay, another. We put pressure. Our opponents, I mean, clock is ticking too. Just hang another piece. Now, I'm just gonna take it. Speaking of that, you went over the 300 videos. I'm not saying do it for my YouTube channel, but something that I'm always bringing up is if you have a book or a course or any content that you like, don't be like, oh, I went over it once, enough, next one. Go over it twice, 3 times, 4 times, and you're always gonna learn something new. But also, it's not the same when you go over something when you are 800 rated to 1500 to 2000. You look at it differently. All right, what's the easiest way to convert this? I wish I knew, but definitely there's a check. I'm gonna get another pawn. Absolutely, I'm just trying. I'm back into streaming again, so I came up with this little Google form. It's pinned. You fill it out, name shows up here, and I just go in order. I want to see if this is a good idea. All right, so they took. This should be the right move. This should be the right move, but nah, let's keep it simple. This knight is here like, no one can touch me, I'm all the way up. Okay, simple, defend the pawn, and then push. Easy plan. It's not working, that link. So what does the link say? Does it say like, what does it say? Okay, you're not gonna checkmate me, so just push, 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 push. I guess this king wants to checkmate me. Yeah. Been there, done that. Don't you checkmate me, boy. Oh, not only checkmate me, there could be like a little... There could be like a little perpetual. Sneaky. That's a very nice resource. That's a very nice resource. That's a very nice resource. Okay, now they need the king here to do check, and then when I block, they take it. No. They're going for the pass pawn. If I go here, they could check me. We shouldn't be playing with this. Okay, now I need a knight here to remove the rook. All right, we got that one. We got that one. Again, before we go to the next game, we didn't do anything extraordinary. Actually, my opponent played beautifully. He's playing just counter blow with the white pieces. My opponent recognized my setup and played the right plan. Beautiful. I ended up castling kingside. There we go. Beautiful position by white. But then I think my opponent should have played a little bit more energetically when it comes to this square. Maybe bring the bishop around. Nothing wrong with it. When you play with the fianchetto, many times it gets stuck. And it's like, why do you want it there? Well, one plan that we had a lesson on this where we reviewed a Kasparov game. And he taught us to bring the bishop around and improve it to a better diagonal. So actually, my opponent did. Where did we get in trouble, actually? Let me go back here. What did they get in trouble? E4. Okay, was my move that good? Knight d4. Taking with the bishop was better. Yeah, but I don't think it's a big deal. Then pretty straightforward. I'm trying to, and again, this is what I do with my games. I finish, you scan, see if there's any moment where there was a drastic change. Okay, rather knight to d2, knight to c4 instead of rook d1. All right, knight to c8. Yeah, it looks like this was it. This knight had no future, and it was time to reroute it. Just like I did with mine, my opponent had to do that. Whew, not so easy. Not so easy. All right, let me go to my next opponent. Thank you for the game, by the way. Played. And now I have Luda. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Hey, where are you? 5-5. There we go. Random. Hello. Hey, we're getting there. I want to do this more often, 100%. Chess.com doesn't get the random aspect of it. It doesn't mean play black all the time. D5, let me play C5. Volume. That's it. If there's a pattern, like for example, there's a pattern that not long ago, it gave me a hard time. And it was interference. Was interference? I think it was interference. Like I reviewed a few of my games and I kept missing that theme. So I just went 30 minutes, interference, problem solved. That's it. All right, let's just play some chess. There you go. There you go. Enjoy. Thanks for being here. Thanks for participating. And I'll see you. I'll see you around next time. Okay. All right. Knight to c6. Again, this is like a Sicilian, but it doesn't matter to me. I'm just developing my pieces, castle, and have fun. There should be some music playing in the stream. Very low. Okay, my opponent is taking time. Now I could play e5, or I could play g6, bishop g7. What would you play? What would you like me to play? I'm good either way. I could even play 6. So let me know and I'll go with that, okay? So e5, e6, or g6. In the meantime, let me see. Very low. There we go. That's the idea. Can you play it on YouTube? e5. Let's do it. Yeah, that's one of the coolest things. When I talk to someone, they're like, "Hey, you were in my head. I was playing this game, and you were like, simplify the game, improve the pieces." All right, bishop e7 and castle. I don't know anything else. Oh, no. Okay, so the way it works, there are these platforms where you pay a membership, and they allow you to use this music, but it's not for free. It's not for free. So I appreciate the music. H6, I don't want the knight to kick my bishop. I could play d5. Yeah, strike the center. Let me play h3. Prophylactic move, just in case. Thank you. No, hey, if that is the reason, you're gonna make it to 2500 soon because we're back and we're gonna create more content. And well, after that 24-hour live stream, you should make it to FIDE Master at least. By the way, Roberto, are you going to play the turkey ball? I think I haven't seen you since that last turkey ball. All right, my opponent, I don't know what my opponent is thinking, but all I'll be thinking is improve your pieces, finish development, and then strike the center when you're ready. Let me take a look. What could be more important? I don't know. All right, d5 now. I'm ready. No. Bishop e6 first, maybe. I don't think it's a big deal. Okay, let me see your chat. See the chat. Okay. I guess it's another one. Hello, man. Add me too. No, this I didn't add people. People were clicking on that link at the beginning of the stream, and then they added themselves. After the stream, I have to go back and see why it's not working. Okay, so I stroked the center. They did not take me. I finished developing my pieces now. And then I gotta make a choice. Do I want to take? Do I want to advance? Nope, they made that choice for me. And that's it. No, actually, that is the recommendation. The moment you castle and develop before your opponent, you're ready to attack. Like, for example, you see how I stroke the center, trying to open up the position? if I did this before my king castled, and everything in the center opens up, they're gonna be attacking me. So if I castle first, I get to strike the center and get to the enemy king. In this case, we both developed attacking this pawn. I might just take the bishop, or I could defend. I don't wanna, I mean, taking the bishop pair should be a good idea, but I don't wanna open up the rook. So those are the little details. What's more important? Look, I always say the same thing. When we do the live stream, hopefully you join to learn something or to say something that could help someone else learn something. But most of the time I cannot play you all. Actually, I almost never I can play you all. We'll have to be here. Well, let's see when we do the 24-hour live stream. But yeah, just know that there's a good chance we won't get to play. Oh, you're going to London. Hey, this is not the first year you go to London. Actually, I was there like a week ago, just passing by, but and I don't know. I don't know. I hope there's someone in the chat from London. All right, I don't need to take. I'm gonna keep improving, or I think we found a tactic. F5, attacking the knight. That queen just took the retreat square away from the knight. So when the knight goes to g3, we get to play a 4. Fork! That's it. Always paying attention to your opponent's last move. White changed. I might be missing something, not the first time. Very nice, very nice, very nice. It's cool, especially when we won in November, and it was pretty nice. I hear the summer is not that attractive, but hey, drop it here, drop it here. Yeah, I think next move we just play a 4, end of story. Alright, time to complicate the game. Understandable. I'm going to secure that piece. And now that I'm up a piece, all I want to do is simplify the game. That's it. All right. Happy to offer the trade of queens. I'm cutting off this connection too. That's it. This bishop shouldn't be checkmating me anytime soon. There we go, there we go, thanks. All right, if I take the queen now, the bishop takes back and I don't get to capture it. So I'm gonna capture the bishop first. Could take with the pawn, but I think I'm gonna keep it simple. Take with the rook, I'm attacking the pawn, attacking the queen. And for all I know, I got a minor piece for 2 pawns. I have to go back and cover those topics. The check peers, I think what I put out there is enough to have a great foundation. Is all I know actually. There's not much more to it, honestly. What I do is I use the check peers as an entry level opening, and then I transition into the regular peers with the fianchetto, like we see it in Counter Blow and in the YouTube on the YouTube channel too. Okay, I like taking and then c4 because the queen will be hanging. Queen is defended by the knight, so that makes sense. So eliminate the knight. That means the queen will be hanging and we'll get the bishop too. So we get 2 minor pieces for a rook. Of course, I gotta be careful with any checks. Like if they could do a check safely, then they're not pinned anymore, but they don't have that. There we go. I don't even know what you're playing anymore. You used to play the Pierce, and then you tried the Carol Can, and then something else. All right. I could take with either one, but because I want to trade, I'm gonna lead with the Queen. Let's trade Queens. Beautiful. Let's trade Rooks. There we go. And then 3 mana pieces are definitely better than the Rook. 2 mana pieces are, 3 is just too much. Now, do we take this pawn or do we take this pawn? Let me take this pawn because I don't want him to get to the 7th rank. Way too fast. That was a nice one. Now, it's gonna be a way better game now. 2 pieces versus Rook. Alright. That was a good one. That was a good one. Alright. Welcome to the club then. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the coffee shop. No, not the coffee shop. The candy shop. No, my friend. No more hanging pieces. That's it. Relax. You're not gonna get anything else. There we go. Bam, 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 bam. And yes, I could definitely ruin this, but 2 mana pieces are just too much. Now, pawns next to each other, defended by a knight that no one can kick out. This should be pretty nice. No need to rush. I activate the king. It is an endgame. I have a little barrier here so that the enemy king cannot come over. Tricky. What to do, huh? I'm gonna do it. I like to keep the pawns next to each other, but I have this move. And then my king keeps going in. Oh, actually, I get the pawn. Yeah, now it's just too much. Oh, it's too connected, but oh, come on, man. Stop doing these silly tactics. Oh, no, they cannot even come close. I thought they had now king e2. Accident, it worked out. You know, Roberto, a5, we gotta be careful because they do have a pawn majority. And I don't want to help them make contact, create the pass pawn, something for me to worry about. So I want to play on the side where I have the advantage, not on the side where I have the disadvantage. All right. Let me go to my list. Where's my list? Here we go. So I already played Lura, played, then plain. Five. Okay, give me a white. Give me the white pieces. Give me. There we go. Am I playing a 2100 player? And Roberto wanted me to play the Stonewall attack. So Roberto, there you go. Yeah, I saw it. Was it Nakamura who did that? Okay, there's a comment pinned with that explanation. Roberto, I tried to play the Stonewall, but they played this and this. Again, I'm happy to go to an endgame. Let's do it for Roberto. Keep the pieces on the board. Right here, it's like 3:45 p.m. I'm trying to make the Stonewall work for you, Roberto. The DC5, come on. Yeah, exactly. All right, we're gonna control E4. We're getting there. Getting there. That's nice. That's a nice time to be up. Last month when we were doing co-champs, I was in Europe and I was also teaching my regular private lessons. So I had to be up until 2, 3 in the morning, do the co-champs. The chessable course, I had to finish it. Do you guys want to see? Do you guys want to see my setup for the chessable course? I had to go to Europe and I didn't have my equipment. I had no green screen, and I had to improvise because I was in this small town. I went to get a green screen, and they were like, "I've been here for 20 years. No one has ever asked me for a green screen." So I ended up going to a store where they sell fabric and just buy some green fabric, put it behind me, and that's it. That's it. All right. Because they want to come in, because they're hitting this pawn, I either play knight f3, I could do check, or I could do queen f3. Queen f3 is interesting. Let me keep it simple. Open up. Invalid dynamic link. How's that even possible? Oh, I know what I did. I know what I did there. All right, now I'm almost ready to castle. When I do, I bring the rook to the e-file, and someone is not gonna be happy. All right, this link, maybe. Yeah, I don't like that knight too deep in my camp. Now, I said when I castle, I don't think I will be able to. My opponent really wants to trade queens. I tried Roberto not to trade queens, but it is what it is. Taking with the knight if I want to keep the right to castle, but without queens, I don't even want to castle anymore. Bring the rooks over, keep the knight active, enjoy. Let's do the game review. we should. All right, bring the rook to the open file. Hello. All right, guys, I don't like to leave anyone, like ignore anyone, but keep in mind, we're here just to have a good time, hopefully learn some chess. If you just type in too many things and you're doing things that make no sense, we're gonna have to do something about it. You posted your YouTube, I put it on the comments, people saw it, that's it. Let me keep improving my pieces. Again, when I don't know what to do, which is almost all of the time, I ask myself which of my pieces can I improve? That's it. So knight to g3. Maybe I bring the other rook behind this rook. And when your pieces are active, tactics will be in the air. We are in the USA. South Africa. South Africa, you're so far from me. I want to go visit, but... all right, improving the bishop. I could just make you a very ugly bishop, or I could try to eliminate you. Yeah, let me keep it simple. Let me not give you anything. Hey, hey. My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you for being here. Ah, that was a pretty cool idea. That was a pretty cool idea. All right, let's make contact. And now they have to be very careful because f6 may be coming in. We're playing a 2159. They definitely know what they're doing. What to do, what to do. f6 is gonna leave this bishop unable to play again, but then they have d5. Now, how much do we worry about that? I think I'm gonna play g4. If you take, I take. We open up lines towards that king, which isn't that happy. They're a little bit behind in development, so we might just unleash an attack on the king if they open up the position. Oh, things opened up. Check, and then we take. Nah, too many pieces active. Mathematically, there has to be something. All right, let's try to pin that. I wanted to. That's a question that we always say. It depends, it depends, it depends, it depends, it depends. It depends how much time you have to train. It depends how many tournaments you play. It depends on so many factors. But if you're 1800 to make it to National Master, I can see it happening definitely in 2 years. Absolutely, absolutely. But we're talking with discipline, making that your main goal. Everything is relative, my friend. Now, this is another one of those positions where we just have to follow and trust the principles. The principles say if you split the board in half and you got 1, 2, 3, 4 attackers versus 3 defenders, a king that is not that safe, you gotta have something. Okay, you're pinned. You are pinned. Keep bringing pieces there. There has to be something. There has to be something. There has to be something. Whoa, we're back. We're back. Hello, hello, hello. We've played the peers. Absolutely. So we are down a pawn, which is isolated. We got activity against the king. We have to be comfortable. If we were playing this as black, I don't think we would be that comfortable. All right. I like knight f7. Let me take first. And then knight f7. We got the pawn back. We opened up the bishop. I mean the rook and the bishop. And again, we get to do this because we got so many attackers. We can give one up and still have enough pieces to create something. I might be missing something here, but that one looks pretty strong. I think so. I think so. I like it. I think no one can tell you anything negative against the Ready. It's a very solid opening, very versatile. It could go in so many different directions. You caught a lot of theory, so I like it. I like it. Actually, I've played it many. Keyword. Okay, now before I just take the rook, I'm gonna look around. Yeah, and our opponent resigned. That's it. Perfect. All right, guys. So again, this is just one of those principles that we hear, we're not so happy about. Going back to the opening, yeah, this is always an option, but I'm not so sure we have that much of an edge. Let me anyways. Yeah, so it's a roughly equal position. If you play that f3, f6, I'm familiar with these positions because some of my students played this. Not exactly in this order, but I just didn't want to go into another endgame because lately I've been doing this in the games. In an actual game, I would just play it. And let's go on for another 100 moves. That's it. Okay, the link isn't working. I get that. However, with the amount of people who signed up in the beginning when it was working, it was enough for us to get a good amount of games. Now, this is just one of many live streams coming up, including the 24-hour live stream that we're gonna do this month. That said, I'm going to leave it here. I have a lesson now with Mary Lee, and I'll see you soon, probably later this week. If not, next week we'll hit it again. I want to get to that point where we do it consistently, and you know when to expect it, of course. Any questions before we go? Anything? And let me actually, for that, go to the classroom, actually. Next. Hey, if you find the answer, send it to me. Send it to me too. Yes, I think it's the same username as on YouTube, but I'm not that active on social media. Like Twitter, I have it and I log in more, but that's it. Thank you for being here. Thank you. My pleasure. I have it there. I want to play it. I like you know that I like that opening. I have a lot of videos on that, so I will. All right, everyone. Again, thanks for dropping by. I will see you next time. Okay. Thank you. Yes, that we used to do that. So we're going back to we're gonna bring back the good things we used to do, right? Including doing some training sessions together and so on. Thank you, Thanos. Congrats again on your tournament, and I will see you on one of these streams soon. I want to coordinate with everyone, and let's have some time together here. Thanos in the house. I was. Now time to run.